Hello ladies and gentlemen, MarauderEX here back with more Let's Play Kingdom Hearts Rechain of Memories. This time we are doing Reverse Rebirth, and we're doing this one like we did the llast two episodes of Sora's story. We're doing it post-commentary because Riku's story is so bloody short that with proper editing, this is only going to take a couple of episodes, and there's no point in showing off as much of the game as
Again,
Sora's.
I haven't seen any of this,
Yeah.
so...
Where am I?
Stay asleep.
Who's there?
You should remain asleep. Here, between light and dark.
Between... what? Oh! Huh? The king! Where's the king? Together we close the door to darkness. After that?
You came drifting here by yourself. You did not have the strength to overcome the darkness. Or maybe you were close to it.
As if I'm some kind of demon.
Turn from the light. Shut your eyes. Here, blanketed by the darkness, sleep is safety. Sleep is eternal. But
Oh, what's this?
it is a door to the truth. Take it and your sleep ends as you take the first step toward the truth. But know this, the truth will bring you pain. Will you still go? There is no return to the security of sleep.
This seemed like a boring place to take a nap anyway.
That was very well said, Riku.
Huh? A door to the truth, huh?
Alright, so like I was saying, Riku's story is ridiculously short. In fact, Hollow Bastion, the first world that we go to, is the only world that's unique, where we actually get story in the world. Everything else takes place in between castle floors. So we see that Riku is a little different. Riku can't customize his deck, he must fight with a provided deck. So every world you get, your deck slightly changes. The only thing that we get constantly is all of the enemy cards from the bosses we've beat, and we get an enemy card per floor. So for Hollow Bastion, we get a defender. Not that I ever use it, because half the time I forget about it, but each enemy, or each floor will have a different enemy card in addition to the bosses that you get. Riku also has attack points and dark points, which are slightly different, and you see he only has one friend. So a lot of his playstyle is considerably different. He only gets one key, or one attack card, which is his Soul Eater. We have the High Potion here now, but that'll be gone the second we enter the next floor. The map cards are pretty much the same, except for, since we can't customize the deck, we don't get Calm Bounty Rooms, or any Bounty Rooms at all. So there's 3 blue-style cards that are just, you know, inaccessible right off the bat.
Yep.
So, Riku's playstyle is considerably different. The D-Report is his version of Jiminy's Journal. So yeah, slightly different. And we actually don't even get access to some of Riku's special abilities until after the first floor. We have to go through a tutorial fight to do that. So, we don't even get to start with the fun abilities of him
Yeah.
getting to go all badass.
Not yet.
Starting off in Hollow Bastion. I do love the music here. It is awesome. And as always, Riku is going to be talking to a lot of disembodied voices.
He really needs to get that checked out, I think.
Yeah. The best part is the voice will actually interact with him. It's great. Everything we've seen here is from our memories. The voice at least, talks to us rather than Sora, who was like, I have no idea what's going on. This is... You would meet the people in your memories. Ordinarily. I will say, the disembodied voice is a dick. He is a dick.
He's also kind of creepy.
Yeah. And I love that Riku starts shouting, hey, I'm asking you a question, no response from the voice.
Ugh.
Fine, be that way. And Riku starts threatening disembodied voices. What's funny is, the first time I played Reverse Rebirth on Rechain here, me and Culex were sitting down here, and it was right after watching an episode of Teen Titans Go where Robin starts hearing a disembodied voice in his head,
Oh god.
and it drives him crazy to where he takes over Speedy and to try to go on a date with Starfire. Completely unrelated. So the worlds for Riku are also considerably shorter because we don't get half the ability to get rooms. So I'm going to leave a couple of the fights in to show that, fights with pre-constructed decks, and the first couple of fights we're going to get into, we're going to level up right off the bat, because we're fighting things that drop a decent chunk of XP for what level we actually are, and we get to go over the differences in battle. Notice how we don't have a reload counter. We press the button, it's an instant reload. That's the trade-off for having a pre-constructed deck, because we can't change the order of these cards either. So if you use all your high-end cards, and you're stuck with low-end cards, you gotta be able to recycle them quickly.
Yep.
We have HP, attack, and darkness, but as you see, we can't do the darkness, it won't let me highlight it.
Much like a slight.
Much like a slight, but the attack boost also is not consistent. Now that I've done that, the next level that I get, I don't think I can do the attack boost. It's only preset levels that you can do the attack boost.
Yeah.
Once we have access to the dark points boost, we can do it or HP consistently, and then attack will kind of replace our slights.
Yeah.
So it's a different setup. See, another level up. We're going to be getting the first couple of those right off the bat. Slights still work the same way. If you add 3 cards together, you do a 3-hit attack. Once we have access to the dark power, that gives us special attacks like Sora's normal slights, and the first card in the slight will go away. See, here I can't do anything else because I did attack the last time, so I have to do HP.
I think you can only do it every so many levels once you use... I think that's the way it works.
It follows the same slight progression every X number of levels.
Yeah.
You get, and
You
just
got
like
hit by
Hollow
that
Bastion,
damn
you
thing
get hit
again.
by Confuse Ray. It's super effective. One thing I will say, I hate Riku's hit detection. I hate it with a burning passion. His attack animation styles for his hit detection were terrible. That will play in focus much later.
Yeah.
So you'll see what I'm talking about. I'll bitch about that later on. But I leave a couple of the fights in. What we do from this episode onward is when I go to a level, I skip directly to the boss fight of that room, and then afterwards I go through, I clear out all the other rooms, leveling, and I will just show you what cards I get and what level ups I choose at the end of that world. Because there's no sense in watching me do this, because I cut out all the fights for Sora unless there was something entertaining. There's really not too much entertaining for Riku. It really isn't. especially once you get access to his friend card and his dark power, then there's meeting grounds are your bread and butter here.
Yeah.
And see, another level up, I can't do attack boost, so I have to do HP boost again. So... And just like before, we have access to a certain number of cards. Only so much you can do. Teeming Darkness, because that's really all I've got, because I don't want to waste a
higher card at that point.
Yeah. But as you see, I skipped that room because there's no point in showing me kill everything in the room. I believe at the end of the boss fight is when I show off all the cards that I got in doing that. And we come to Riku's old room, back when he was living at Hollow Bastion. Must be nice being in your old bedroom. Think of all the memories. Ah, the voice.
Don't we eventually figure out who the voice is?
Yeah, we find out who the voice is. It's the same voice that was talking to us at the beginning when we picked up the card. We run into the voice later.
That's what I thought. I
just wanted to
it's been a long time.
Yeah. But hey, they gave you a nice room. Again, voice kind of a dick. Kind of a smartass.
Yeah.
And this is the only room, or the only world so far that actually has story when you get the Key of Beginnings. Every other world that I've been to thus far, because I've gotten a little bit of stuff recorded already. Yeah, here's my montage of cards and levels and stuff that we get. All the other worlds that I've been to, the Key of Beginnings opens the boss fight room. So this is one of the only ones that has more than one world card for special events. Another level up, level 6, HP boost.
Woo.
Sleeping Darkness. I was debating not putting this in because it doesn't really matter what cards I get, but I figured might as well because...
Well, and it's also worth seeing the difference between what cards Sora got at the beginning and what cards you're getting, because they're not the same cards.
No, we're getting all the cards that you could get at this point of the game. Like,
yeah.
We got a Mingling World in there somewhere.
Yeah, we did.
Which I thought was amazing because I'm like, oh, Mingling World, I wonder if I can get a Calm Bounty. Nope.
But that's worth knowing. I mean, it's worth seeing that.
And black, we can't get white rooms. We cannot get white mushroom rooms because we do not have spells to cast against white mushrooms.
That's true, we don't.
And black mushrooms will always drop roulette cards. So, fun fact, if you want to gamble, like I do in this game, black mushroom rooms are your friends. Just saying. Just throwing that out there. It's a thing. And we're in the main hallway now, where Sora turned back into a human from being a Heartless. And where Donald and Goofy left Sora.
No,
they left him outside. Yeah, they left him outside.
They came back here, though.
Yeah. Where Riku tried to beat the crap out of Sora, and Goofy said no. And this is where the voice points out that you don't have any friends, and this is why there's no one inhabiting a world made out of your memories. Because you didn't want to be at home, you left the island, you didn't want to be with Sora, you cast him aside. Like, get rid of your friends left and right. And what do you have to show for it? You cast everything aside, you got nothing. He didn't cast Kairi away, though. For a long time, he was trying to help Kairi, so I'm kind of surprised at least a memory or shadow of Kairi isn't floating around.
Well, but remember, this is where he handed her over, and...
Yeah, he did hand her over here.
So this is the place that would be...
And Riku doesn't even get access to all of the worlds that Sora does, which another thing that makes this game considerably shorter. So I skip ahead to the boss fight room, because I mean, really, why not? There's nothing else to do. So we go to the boss fight, and we get a little more dialogue. This is one of the few bosses in one of the worlds that we actually have dialogue. And guess who it is?
What a surprise.
Yeah, we still get to deal with her. No one really likes her. Yeah, I love that she's like, be grateful that you're not just completely alone, that you've got me to be your... Oh, God.
That's awesome company right there.
Yeah, if I could choose to be alone or with Maleficent for the rest of my life, is there a third option where I shoot myself? Yeah, no. And now Riku has decided that he's going to kill all of the bad guys who were part of the darkness in his memories. I'm not entirely sure what he thinks that would accomplish, given the scenario, but okay. So we've got Riku, Dark Hunter.
Well, that's the thing about the story that I always found really interesting, is Sora went through it and was completely light. And Riku was always kind of gray.
Well, Riku started off dark,
yeah.
And then he realized what was going on and wanted to change, but he's a little emo about it. He's too obsessed with his past to actually try to move forward.
Right.
Especially here, but I mean, granted, this is right after.
Yeah.
So.
Well, but I always found that aspect of the story really interesting.
And we fight Maleficent as a giant dragon. Pretty much the same fight as Sora, even with the Mickey Mouse emblem cards that give us a free
platform.
Yep. So
from which to attack her. Although she does have considerably less HP this time.
Yeah, it's because we fight her first here, so. But she still has the Fire Breath attack, which does suck. And she has Shockwaves, which suck. And there it is. I go to get it, and I'm stupid because it lets her light half the arena on fire, and then I land in it. And then there's not too much you can do other than hope you can get on the platform. And we get on the platform and just start floating around. I lose half my cards because I'm not paying attention.
You really gotta work on that paying attention thing.
There's so much to pay attention to in this. You gotta pay attention to your health meter, your enemy's health meter, your cards, and your enemy's cards that have been used. There's a lot to pay attention to.
One would argue that you don't really have to pay that much attention to your enemy's health meter.
If you want to know if they're almost dead, yes you do.
Well, the occasional glance is fine. You don't have to spend a whole lot of time looking at it.
But we get Dragon Maleficent, which is a fairly powerful enemy card that boosts your attack power at the cost of your reload speed, but since we don't have reload speed, we have instant reload. It's actually a very broken card to be the first thing to start off with.
A little bit, yeah.
It helps with all of this leveling that I was doing. And then one other thing is, because there are no Moogle rooms either, you don't get Moogle points because we can't buy cards to change our deck, so the only thing you can get from attacking world set pieces is health.
Which is great if you're hurt, but...
It is. But we'll get more into that in the next episode. For now, I'm going to end this episode here, and I will see you guys in the next installment. So till then, later everyone.